In this video, I'm going to talk about the struggles of full-time Forex trading. Now, most people when starting off trading, their main goal is to get consistent enough to be able to do it full-time, to leave their job or to be able to be self-sufficient on their Forex profits and trading Forex full-time. But in this video, I'm going to break down, there's a lot of positives that come from trading full-time, but there's also a lot of struggles that aren't talked about. So I hope I can explain some of the struggles and you guys can get value from it. Also, once again, thanks everyone who's subscribed to the channel. I appreciate you guys. And if you guys could do me one favor and leave a comment down below in this video, I'm just asking, what content do you want to see? Because I'm happy to make content, obviously trading related and offering my experience from the years of trading. But if you guys could just give me some comments down below of the content you want to see and the types of content, whether you want sort of more day in the life stuff or you want me breaking down different topics, whatever it may be, let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you and I'll consider making it. So when you ask most people when they're learning trading, they're just getting into it, what their main goal is. And most people's main goal is to live off it full time or to earn consistent money through trading so they can be consistently profitable. But a lot of people that I see, their main aim is to leave their 9 to 5 or to be able to live off it full time so they don't have to work. They can solely live off their trading profits. And as much as this is a very realistic goal and something that you should strive towards, there are a lot of struggles that come from full-time trading, which I didn't realize and I didn't think about until I did it. So pretty much I've explained in some other videos, but I'll quickly go over it again. I started on a small account when I left school, and then I got consistently profitable on that. And then after 3 years of learning on the small account, getting consistently profitable, I significantly upped my capital to a point where the percentage I was risking, I was able to live off full time if I had a good month. And so what I did is I got into a position where I was trading full time. So I did that for a year, and at the time it was good. I was making enough money to pay the bills and to get by. But one of the struggles that I later realized is the capital I was trading, it was enough for me to get by, but it wasn't enough where if I made a good percentage month, I was making like a substantial amount of money. So I found that each month, it was quite a lot of pressure each month to perform, because if I had hundreds of thousands of pounds, the small percentage that I'd make that month would easily cover the bills and cover the things I have to pay. But I found that I was in a position where I was able to live, but it was quite month to month money. And I found that my trading performance went downhill because I was so reliant on having to perform well that added extra emotion and pressure. So I ended up making bad, not always bad decisions, but because I was solely reliant on that each month, it put added pressure to me to have to perform. And it actually turned out that I thought if I am able to do something, whether it's a passive income or a part-time job for now, to be able to cover the necessity, the bills that I have to pay, that way the trading in the background, like if I have a slow month, it doesn't matter. If I have a good month, it doesn't matter. Either I can solely focus on making the correct decisions and not worrying about the money. And so because of that, I now currently work part-time until I get the funding. Because like I say, once you have a significant amount of funding or a significant capital, and that can easily cover your bills. Obviously, everyone's bills are different. But if you can cover your costs of living significantly with, say, funding, if I had, 6-figure funding, that should be enough for me to live off full time. That if I have a slow month, that should easily cover my bills. But a lot of people don't think of it like this. They think, oh, as soon as I can make 1,000 or however much per month, then I can easily live off it. And although you can, and I did for a while, it was hard because I didn't want to go backwards and feel like, oh, I'm now full-time trading. I've got to where I wanted to go through all those years of trying to get consistent. I then got consistent, and then to have to now work part-time. But actually, I found my trading results perform so much better because, like I said, I wasn't relying on that money each month. I could leave it in the account to grow. I think it's important for you guys to not rush into full-time trading and too quickly, because it can affect your performance like it affected mine. Unless you, like I say, now I'm going for the funded accounts. Once I get those funded accounts, I can show it to you guys on YouTube and everything. Once I get that, then you've got a significant amount of capital. But I'm just saying, be careful. Don't rush straight into full-time trading, even if you've got enough money to do so, if it's going to be tight, it's going to affect your monthly performance. Also, I found with full-time trading, a lot of trading is waiting around. In terms of executing trades, it's a very small proportion of your time. Most of the time you're waiting for the opportunity, you have to be patient. And some weeks I know that there was no trades, or some days I know there's no trades for me to take today. So there was a lot of free time, and you sort of felt unproductive when I'm sitting there at the charts. Although the best decision I know I should be taking is to take no trades, some days you'd feel unproductive because you haven't actually done anything. You've made the best decision, because there's no point trading if your strategy isn't there. There's not an entry to take. But I felt with full-time trading, I had a lot of free time, and sometimes you could feel a bit unproductive if you're not taking trades, and there's no trades for today or this week. It's been a slower month, and then as a byproduct, you're not taking trades, so you're not making money, and then that puts pressure on you having to make that money to pay for your lifestyle. So, like I say, just be careful and take your time before going full-time, unless you've got a substantial amount of money or you've got funding where you can cover your bills, or even on a really slow month, you can cover all your costs. So I just need to be careful about that. That's why I want to make the YouTube as well, because it gives me that, like today, there's a couple of opportunities, but it's quite a slower day. The entries haven't occurred, so I can make these videos to try and help you guys. So I think it's important although the goal is to be a full-time trader, there are a lot of struggles that come with being a full-time trader, because you're not taking trades all the time. So you have to be patient and just don't rush into it. Like if you have multiple sources of income, or like I say, some form of because obviously trading's up and down. No month's going to be the same. Some months you do really well, there's a lot of opportunities. Some months naturally your edge and your probability is not as likely to play out, so you might take a few more losses than expected, or the volume of trades are just less. So you have to be aware that if you have a source of income, or you have from a part-time job or an online business or whatever that may be, to cover your cost of living, your trading results will be better because you're not reliant on that money. And that's what I found when I was reliant on that money each month. It would put added pressure, like I said, so I'd end up taking worse trades, because it might be 2 weeks into the month that there's been no trades, and I'm reliant on that money. So just be careful, like I say, even if you're consistent and you're going for funding, you'll know when you're ready. But I'm just giving some advice from personal experience. Don't rush into it, because it can allow added pressure, which can make you perform worse. So yeah, this video isn't to dishearten anyone. Obviously, the main goal for me is to become a full-time trader again and to do that. But what I'm saying is don't rush into it, because I was doing it for a year and I could have carried on. But I thought the smart thing to do would be get a part-time job or build something to get another source of income as well. Because if that's consistently coming in each month and trading's up and down, you'll perform better by not having to rely on your trading income. I think it's just important for people to realize just because you're consistently profitable, just because you've got experience, doesn't mean you're not going to have break-even months or slower months. And you have to be cautious, because you still have to pay your bills or whatever that may be. So yeah, I thought this just might be quite helpful for you guys. If you liked what I've said, or you got value from what I've said, please like and subscribe. We're trying to grow to 1,000 subscribers, so I'd appreciate any support that you've been giving me and everything like that. So I hope you guys like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.